We are now joined by Hofstra head coach Mike Farrelly following the team's 82-73 victory over William and Mary. Mike, you could open with an opening statement about today's win, please.
Really lost my my love for other sports, my ability to watch other sports. So I'm probably going to get this reference wrong, but I think it was it Herm Edwards that said you play to win the games, right? Was that the that's what we did, It's not pretty, but it doesn't matter when you win. So kind of a very similar story I thought to yesterday with that, where, I thought there was times we could separate a little bit more, make it a little bit more comfortable, but certainly give William and Mary credit. They did a great job. Kept battling, made plays to not let us, open the game up a little bit more. So, and more experience in closing out a close game. They made it close at the end, and we had to make some foul shots after we missed some for a little bit of a stretch, but we made some foul shots down the end and got a couple stops to when we finally needed them, and a good attention to detail from that perspective, and great experience for us to be able to do that early in conference play. It's if we won by 20, how much do you necessarily learn from that versus you can learn a little bit more when you have a game like this in that instance. So a lot of good efforts today. Certainly I think Isaac Conte, another double-double, turned into Mr. Double-Double with what he's doing. Certainly a great job by him. But then the supporting cast, real nice to see a good balanced effort by us today.
If you have questions, please use the raise your hand feature in Zoom, and we'll start with, as we always do, John from Newsday, since he doesn't have the raise your hand.
Please don't hold that against me, Steve. And Mike, congratulations on a great win. I think you used the word, and and you look at that box score, you just said, you had the best 1-2 punch offensively in the conference. But today I felt like it was your depth and your balance that really got you through in a tough spot. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, and look, you're 100% correct. And those guys are going to be marked. I mean, I guess when you include Isaac, they're 1, 2, and 3 on the scouting report. Everybody's going to go in saying Hofstra's got 3 first or second, all league type of talents, first or second team, all league talents. And how do you slow them down? How do you stop them? So it's going to be not helping off of them as much, making other guys, putting them in positions, and we kind of saw, obviously Isaac had a little bit more space to operate. Caleb's able to make shots and make some more plays and drive and make plays for other people. Vukashin Masic is able to come in and score a little bit, give us another really good ball handler. A guy can make shots and good decisions. Kayvon Kramer didn't have a great game today. That's okay. He can clean up a lot of stuff on the offensive glass. And obviously David Green's a good player. He's going to be a very good player, continuing to grow and develop, but did some nice things out there today too. So, everybody knows, and that's when you lose DeJour Bowie and Elijah Pemberton. Those guys slide up the scouting report a little bit, just like Luke Lowy did for William and Mary, right? He wasn't a primary guy, and every year by year, you slide up that scouting report by a notch or two. And so you realize, okay, well, how do you overcome that when you're the primary targets by those guys? And then the other guys, you're going to have more opportunities, and how do you step up and take them? And I think we did that today.
Our next question will be from Jerry Beach. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey, Mike. Kind of the standard this weekend in the CAA was kind of like what you said, not really pretty games, a lot of back and forth. Nobody could really pull away. Do you think that'll be the standard going forward? I know you haven't seen the other games yet, but do you think that'll be the standard going forward, given the quick turnarounds and inconsistent play by teams? Scheduling, is it the scheduling going in?
Yeah, you know what, Jerry? 18 to 22-year-olds playing basketball, anything can happen. You saw so many, and I've referenced this before, but I think the first weekend that the MAC played, every result was different on Saturday than it was on Friday, except one, So is it going to be a weekend like that? It's going to be a weekend. I know Northeastern won as well. They won both games. We won both games. I'm not sure what happened with Delaware and Charleston, but yeah, so who knows? Is it ugly? Yeah. Are guys tired? Who has more depth? All of these things. Is this weekend a little bit of an outlier because everybody's coming back from break and being home and not having that normal practice rhythm as well? We basically had, I guess, 2 full practices in and then kind of like more of a walkthrough on Friday. Do teams get more of a rhythm, moving forward on that? So could be a whole host of things, but, so much of it in referencing this with the team is we have to be our best today. Doesn't matter what happened yesterday, next week, all that stuff, but be your best today. And again, overcoming, did you win by 20, lose by 20, win by 2, lose by 2? That no longer matters. Their team can't come out with more of a chip on the shoulder. You have to prove that you want to be your best each day. We didn't necessarily prove that, but we also had decent enough energy to make sure that we took care of business.
Our next question will be from Andrew from WRG. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, Coach. Yesterday, Jalen Ray, 7 points. He comes out today with 21 points. What can you say about his character to be able to put that performance behind him with 7 points and come out today and really have a strong shooting performance?
Yeah, and you're not shutting Jalen Ray down 2 days in a row. All conference defender or not, we heard a couple of those things coming out. You're not shutting him down 2 days in a row. So played very physically for 40 minutes, which he gave us tonight, and to get 3 assists, 4 steals, no turnovers, 6 for 6 from the foul line. So certainly a very good performance by him. Hard to hold him down. And just some adjustments. You said, okay, they did a good job, guarding some actions with him yesterday, and then adjustments that you can make to, just tweak things. Again, you're not putting a whole offense into the walkthrough this morning, but what do you have else in your bag of tricks that you can use that maybe they didn't see, or adjustments you can make to help make Jalen's life a little bit easier? And obviously he took advantage of some opportunities today, did a great job.
Mike Charleston won, if you were curious. But our next question will be from Tony from WRH.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win today. I wanted to ask about yesterday. You mentioned after the game that the team needs to work on getting rebounds defensively. Today, William and Mary with 11 offensive rebounds, 16 second chance opportunity, or 16 points, off the second chance. So what needs to be improved on as you head into practice this week?
Yeah, man, starts with me emphasizing it more. Didn't emphasize it a whole lot this week, and call it what it is. They're not a great offensive rebounding team. They got 3 guys that get offensive rebounds typically, but it's not really what they do. So again, it comes back to my shoulders, right? And emphasizing it more and doing a better job of that. I think we did do a better job in the second half. I think they only had 4 offensive rebounds, and 2 of them were team rebounds in the second half. So, but certainly you referenced, and I think there was 2 stats that stood out to me in a bad way, is that they had 19 points off of our turnovers. We don't turn the ball over. So a little bit out of character for us to turn the ball over that way. And then, like you referenced, 16 second chance points. And I told them that's 35 out of their 73. And you're not playing a perfect game. That number's not going to be 0. But if that number is 15 instead of 35, it's a way different game, right? And those are kind of things you can control. You can control your box outs for the most part. You can control valuing the basketball as well. So those 2 things have to be improved.
Again, use the raise your hand feature if you have a question, or John, please physically raise your hand if you have a question. Our next question will be from Jerry Beach. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey, Mike, follow up to John's question about the younger guys moving up the totem pole a little bit. Are guys like that, Caleb and Masick, getting chances earlier than they would have in a more normal season because of the back-to-backs? You need more guys, maybe a little more depth in this type of season schedule we're playing this year?
Yeah, you certainly need to play a little bit more. And obviously we were on the one extreme last year of not playing anybody off the bench, right? Playing 5 guys the entire game. So you certainly need it always with the back-to-backs. We're a little bit limited with numbers right now. We only have 8 guys that are available, only 8 scholarship guys that are available. So we'll get some more guys back healthy this week, which should help us hopefully. But everybody's got to contribute. Vukashin comes out and plays 19 minutes. Obviously, Kevin getting in foul trouble like that kind of hurt us. He normally gives us a lot more minutes than the 4 he played today. And then Kayvon was in foul trouble as well. So, he normally gives us more than the 16 minutes. But yeah, you need those contributions for sure. The back-to-backs lead into it a little bit. And it's still, look, this is Vukashin's, I don't know, what's our record? 6-3. This is his 9th college game. He might not have even played one, right? So it might have been his 8th college game. So it's still a lot to learn. And we said it in there, we're 2-0, which is great. We set out, that's the goal. Play to win the games. We're 2-0. We're not satisfied with how we did it and how we played, and we need to improve, but that's good that we're still winning and not satisfied. And that's what we need to continue to grow and develop. And these guys have to continue to improve. We're going to help them get better. They're going to get better. And the team that improves the most from beginning of January until March, it might be the team cutting down the nets. So that's got to be our goal.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be joined momentarily by Jalen Ray. We are now joined by Hofstra senior guard Jalen Ray. Jalen, if you could give your opening thoughts on today's win, please.
First half, we gave them too many rebounds. Offensive rebound, we had to box out, play with more energy and toughness. And second half, we picked it up a little bit. Then we relaxed too much. But we're a mature team from people last year, so we can maintain our composure to finish out the game.
If you have questions for Jalen Ray, please use the raise your hand feature in the Zoom, and John will go to you first.
Jalen, congratulations on the win. Coach made a comment, or someone asked a really good question about, you only had 7 points yesterday, and he said, no one's going to keep you quiet for 2 straight games. Can you talk about your mindset coming in today's game after you got the win yesterday, but it wasn't necessarily your best offensive performance?
Yeah, I watched the film from yesterday. I was just forcing a lot, and today I just let the game come to me more. And my team does rely on me, I guess, to score, but also even when I'm not scoring, I try to get everyone involved. Just when I play with more energy, it helps everyone else out.
Our next question will be from Tony from WRHU.
Hey, Jalen. So your teammates were on the bench. They were loud all game, helping you guys on the defensive side. How important is it for them to sort of be loud and keep the momentum going on your side?
Well, it's pretty empty in the gym since no fans, so energy definitely has to come within our team. And our bench, they do more of a good job for us. They bring a lot of energy for us.
Our next question will be from Jerry Beach. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey, Jalen, now that you guys have got this first weekend set up back-to-backs under your belt, what do you take from it in terms of having an idea of how to prepare and what to expect for the rest of the league season?
This was a good first-time experience. We weren't used to playing back-to-back games, so this is really going to prepare us for our next games and games after that to come.
Are there any other questions for Jalen Ray? 3, 2, 1. John, final question here.
Jalen, did you the kid Louis who had the 2 big games? You guarded him certain times today, correct? Did you play him more today than yesterday? And can you talk about? I thought you did a really nice job when you were matched up with him defensively, which I think sometimes goes underrated about you.
Yeah, Lloyd, he hurt us yesterday, so that was a key matchup today. Try to slow him down, make more of his teammates make plays, slow him down, and that was my job today.
Thank you, Jalen.
I appreciate it.